On paper, Portadown should win the Budweiser Cup final here at Windsor. They're the clear favourites. But they're up against a Distillery team which doesn't know when it's beaten. When it comes to the Cup, Billy's boys are that little bit special, as they showed in last year's Gold Cup final.
Cleland in for Armstrong, and was he caught? Armstrong still and scores.
Well, Winky Armstrong is back tonight, hoping for more Cup glory. Already this season, Billy Hamilton's team have taken on and beaten the best in this Cup run.
Well, obviously, cup finals, as the old cliche goes, are cup finals. You can't really have a favourite. Portadown will start as favourites, but we will want to win that very much. We tasted it last year in the Gold Cup, and the success was beautiful. And our lads will go out and give everything to try and win it.
Russell's got Murray in support. Here's Peter Murray.
Well, last week the teams met in a dress rehearsal in the County Antrim Shield.
That's Russell's cross for the far post, and it's 1-0 for Portadown. Towards Strain, out of the way by Brady, back in again, no, here's a chance, and it's 2-0.
No matter when the cups come round, you know, if you're in the final, then your desire is to win, regardless of how your season's going. But it's imperative that we win tonight to set us up for the fans, for everybody concerned, and we'll be going out to win.
Like all sides, Portadown can have their off moments. Ex-Port Tony Gorman showed Coleraine the way. But on their day, the football from the Ports can be vintage. Yes, well, judging by those clips, we could be in for a real Christmas cracker. Distillery against Portadown, and two teams out seeking their first piece of silverware this season. For Distillery, well, apart from the Cup, things haven't been going too good. Only 4 league victories under their belt against a Portadown team who on occasions can be quite superb. Well, the weather here at Windsor has taken a turn for the worse, a biting wind and heavy rain, and that could make it a real lottery this evening. Let's go now and take a look at the teams for tonight's match as we join our commentator, Stephen Watson.
Thanks, Adrian. The Distillery team is exactly the same 11 which drew 0 each with Linfield on Saturday. Reserve goalkeeper Barry O'Neill remains in nets, even though first choice Simon Houston is fit. The big loss, though, is Tom Cleland out with chickenpox. He's been having such a great season for the Whites. Paul Traynor and Stephen Small are on the bench. And here's how Distillery line out. 4 in defence, with Johnny Drake dropping into the right back berth if need be. But he's been instructed to press forward. Philip Mitchell and Alan Hall are in midfield, and 3 up front, Winky Armstrong, Philip Dykes and Billy Totten. Portadown also name an unchanged team from the one which drew with Ballyclare at the weekend. Philip Major passed a late fitness test and he assumes duties at right back. Peter Murray was also a last-minute worry. He too is fit. No place, though, for their new signing from Sweden, Johan Flobegger. Well, Ronnie McFall has opted for the 4-4-2 formation. Brian Strain and Robert Casey are in the heart of defence. And look out for Joey Cunningham on the right and Martin Russell on the left flank. Neil Candlish partners Ian Ferguson in attack. So this, the 8th Budweiser Cup final, is underway, and dreadful conditions here this evening at Windsor Park. Torrential rain and a pretty strong wind as well. And this is the very first meeting between Distillery and Portadown in a cup final. They did meet last week, of course. That's in the first round of the County Antrim Shield when Portadown won 2-1. Pretty cage affair, though, and Ronnie McFall told me not to look into that one too much. Well, there's the Distillery bench. Billy Hamilton on the far right of the picture. Here's Shepherd. Murray. Russell's on the far left for him. Peter Murray just trying to send it through the centre. Here's Cunningham. Good turn as well. Certainly looked as if he was brought down. Robert Casey seemed to be brought down. I'm sure we'll have another look at that just to clarify things. but Portadown are still on the offensive through Martin Russell. But he loses out to Billy Totten, out to John Drake. Likes to press forward, does Drake, and that's what he's been instructed to do this evening. Offside though is Winky Armstrong. Well, let's have a look and see what happened as Robert Casey looked as if he was brought down. Well, might have been just a touch late. Portadown may have had a claim there. 12 minutes gone. Not as much as a shot on goal yet, but I'm sure that will be forthcoming. Clemo out to Major. Major's got a lot of space to move forward, and that's exactly what he does. He's got Cunningham on his right. Ferguson's through the middle. Here is Joey Cunningham now. Cunningham just teasing at the minute. Skips past his man. Cunningham gets the left-footed cross in. That's a tricky one. Shepherd will have a dig. Oh, a great save by O'Neill. Well, the first chance of the game. It was headed clear by Distillery, but the ball came out to Tony Shepherd. A ripping right foot shot and a super diving save by Barry O'Neill. So another corner, and this will be very difficult to handle. Robert Casey's at the near post. Headed away by Distillery. Russell. Intercepted though. And Distillery try and break forward. Here's Totten. Just too far for Dykes. Back covering's Major, and out comes Lindsay Hamilton. Well, there's Ronnie McFall. 2 league successes, 1 Irish Cup, 1 Gold Cup, 1 Ulster Cup, and 2 Budweiser Cup successes with Portadown. Bit of space there. Cunningham comes charging through. It rebounds off him as well. And he picks it up yet again. In the middle's Candlish. Well, a bit of encouragement from the crowd, who are urging Portadown forward. Portadown's form hasn't been too bad so far this season. As I was saying, Portadown's form hasn't been that bad this season, but of late has been a little shaky. They lost a 4-2 to Coleraine a couple of weeks ago and then drew 1 each with Ballyclare on Saturday. But a win tonight would be a boost. Clemo's back there. There's Colin Clemo, left back from South Africa. Number 3 for Distillery, Brian Kennedy. As you can see, a bit of movement there for him. Finds his man. And a corner for Distillery. Tony Shepherd just makes his way to the near post. Now Lindsay Hamilton will find out what corners are all about in these very difficult conditions. Don't let that flag fool you. The wind is much stronger than that. Billy Totten's in, swinging corner, punched away superbly by Hamilton. But Philip Dykes still has it. Surging forward was Hall. He didn't quite make it, and Portadown now break forward, but Drake just intercepts that. Plenty of white shirts in the middle. But another corner. So Distillery throw plenty of shirts into the centre. The big men are up there. Brady and Allen have made their way into the box. It'll be another tricky one. Oh, and it's just over the crossbar. Well, I think that was Winky Armstrong's effort. We'll have to have another look to find out. Those in-swinging corners really are going to be tricky. Yes, Armstrong's header, and that was tantalising, wasn't it? Clemo's header. Very ambitious, but Hamilton has to deal with it nevertheless. Didn't know quite what was happening there, Lindsay Hamilton. Had to make quite a good save in the end. Looked like a harmless enough effort from very, very far out. Oh, but he did very well. Well, that's where the play's been confined to, in the middle of the field all evening. It's been congested in there. Shepherd's trying to launch something, and he finds Joey Cunningham. Joey Cunningham has Brian Kennedy to beat. He's going to take on Kennedy. Into Shepherd. Maybe an identical shot, this time with the left. Major can't trap it, just hits it into space, but there's nobody there for him. Portadown just trying to get behind their team. Could be an opening for Distillery. Here's Drake. It's out to Dykes. Good opportunity for Dykes. And it's 1-0 for Distillery. Billy Totten, I think, was the scorer. Well, totally against the run of play. Lovely work by Philip Dykes. I think he tried a shot right across the face of the goal mouth, and in charge, Billy Totten. Well, there's one Distillery fan who'll be hoping for a white Christmas. Every right to celebrate. Portadown, I'm sure, will be stunned at that. Perhaps a little more urgency in their play now. Ferguson into Shepherd. Now a chance for Portadown. That's into Casey. Candlish just slips, and he's dispossessed by Kennedy into the middle, where he finds Armstrong. Joey Cunningham. Brought down by Brian Kennedy, and a free kick for Portadown. Well, still not much reaction from the Distillery bench, but I'm sure they'll be delighted to be 1-0 up. Oh, here's Martin Russell to Shepherd. Joey Cunningham. And a free kick for Portadown. Well, Portadown beginning to string something together in the midfield area. Distillery have only got 3 in there. And Portadown have 4, so they really should be dominating. Now, here are the options. Martin Russell, we know he's a great striker of the ball. Tony Shepherd, we've already seen. Martin Russell just giving in a little clean. Shepherd floats it to the far post, and in comes Strain, and a very good save by Barry O'Neill. Well, they scored an identical goal against Glentoran a few weeks ago when they beat them 6-1. On that day, Strain scored it, but tonight O'Neill made a super save. Well, here's what O'Neill saw. It floated across. Brian Strain sneaked in behind the defence, and he just about held on to it. Got Russell in support. Here is Martin Russell. Murray has it back again. Here's Candlish, and a lovely turn by Candlish. Candlish surges forward. Good chance for Ferguson. Back inside to Candlish, and well stopped. And Distillery clear. Hesitancy from Portadown. There's Ronnie McFall. He's not often sitting peacefully in the dugout. Well, the opportunity was there for Portadown, just too slow in taking it. We may have another chance here, but Distillery clear again. Shepherd got Cunningham in support, and Ferguson finds neither with that one. Well, bit of a mix-up there by Barry O'Neill. He gets away with it. But Distillery are still pressurising. Covering over there is Roy Allen. So we're in time added on in this first half. The half-time whistle is imminent, and I'm sure both sides will be looking forward to that. Handish again. Well, Distillery can't clear that, and Joey Cunningham seizes his opportunity to try and get another cross, and he can't do that either. There is the half-time whistle. A disappointing first half, but not for Distillery. There's their goal scorer, Billy Totten, and they go in at the break 1-0 up. Distillery 1, Portadown 0. Join up. So Martin Russell and Ian Ferguson get the second half underway. Portadown 0, Distillery 1. No substitutions that I can see, so the same 11s that started the first half begin the second half. There's John Drake with the throw for Distillery. Peter Murray out to Shepherd. Plenty of space there for Brian Strain. It's out to Cunningham. Portadown immediately onto the offensive. Cunningham's left-footed cross hooked away by Billy Totten. Free kick for the Ports though. Taken quickly. Peter Murray storms forward, and the ball just runs away for a throw. Let me just remind you of how the two teams are playing. Distillery are playing with 4 across the back. Tom Brady and the two Kennedys are marking man-to-man, and Roy Allen is left spare. Johnny Drake, we just saw him with the throw in the ginger hair. He's moving forward. Here's a good chance for Cunningham. Cunningham. Oh, and it just scrapes the upright. Well, I said it was a good chance for Joey Cunningham. He turned inside Brian Kennedy very well. Left-footed shot, and it wasn't very far away. Joey Cunningham has been turning in some splendid displays for Portadown, and he's been scoring some super goals. That really was a marvellous effort. And that's the safest type of clearance by Tom Brady. Well, certainly the football so far a lot more encouraging than the first half. Portadown must score, of course, so they'll be pushing forward, I would imagine, as often as possible. 2 up front for them, remember, Neil Canlish and Ian Ferguson. But it's Distillery here on the attack at the moment. They're in the Portadown half. Kennedy will take this throw for them. It should be a corner for Distillery. Leslie Irvine says it is indeed. Now let's see what Distillery are concocting for this corner. Big Winky Armstrong's in there, he's just moving away. At the back post is Philip Dykes. Tom Brady and Roy Allen, the two big men from the back, have made their way forward. It's right in the thick of it. Got a free kick for the Fords. Lindsay Hamilton quite keen to take it quickly, and he does so. Cunningham just sandwiched there. Now here's Martin Russell, always a danger on this left side. Cross immediately in. Fell very fortunately for Alan Hall. Philip Mitchell out just a little too far for Winky Armstrong. Well, Portadown have certainly signalled their intentions early on. They're going to move the ball forward. Big Winky wins a throw off the feet of Peter Murray. There's John Drake. Player of the Year last year at Distillery. Forward by Murray. Drake's there to deal with that. The only one chasing forward for Distillery is Philip Dykes. Not dealt with in the best manner by Portadown. Shepherd has to race back. He can't cope with it either. Winky Armstrong eventually in some space is Philip Mitchell. That's into Taunton. Well, Distillery fought hard to win that ball. Let's see if they can pay some dividends. The wind just takes out a wit for big Winky Armstrong. Strain leaves it for Lindsay Hamilton. Very strange kind of clearance. Joey Cunningham surely had his shirt pulled. Wins a free kick for that. Not too happy about it either. Major, that's forward to Candlish. Neil Candlish turns, but turns too far, and Philip Mitchell gets it away. Here's Brian Strain. Nice ball out to Peter Murray. Forward to Russell. Martin Russell. Now Martin Russell. A nice turn and a foul by John Drake. Well, here's that foul on Martin Russell. Nothing nasty about it at all, I don't think. Just sliding on the surface. And play is resumed. Billy Taunton. Well, look at the way the wind holds that ball up. Tony Shepherd and Winky Armstrong in a very rough challenge there. Winky Armstrong looks in a bit of agony. It's the knee he's holding. Well, 50-50 ball, Shepherd and Armstrong. And they just crunch together. Winky still looks in a wee bit of trouble, but he's going to play on for the moment, trying to run it off. Free kick for the Ports, Colin Clemo. Obviously feeling the cold, wearing those black gloves. It's a Major. Back to Strain, keeps it on the deck. Distillery do quite the opposite. Taunton. Mitchell, straight into Major. Here is Major. We've got Candlish and Cunningham in support with him. Throw by Major into the middle, flicked on, sliced, and it's not quite clear. Here's Neil Candlish, he just lets it go for the corner. Well, corners are always very dangerous with these conditions. And I'm sure Portadown will want to use this one to the full. Joey Cunningham comes across to take it. No doubt he'll whip in a very nasty one indeed. 5 or 6 red shirts in there. Ferguson is hovering in the middle. Casey's at the near post. But Leslie Irvine holds up play for the moment. Winky Armstrong is coming off, and Paul Traynor, son of Danny Traynor, is coming on. Well, he hasn't fully recovered from that challenge by Tony Shepherd. Disappointing for Big Winky. But on comes Traynor. But back to the corner. Joey Cunningham looking relaxed. Casey is at the near post, as I told you. Ferguson's in there, so straight. It's driven in low. And that'll be another corner for the Ports. Joey Cunningham will be the man to take the corner again. Don't know what his option will be this time. Will he keep it low, or will he just let one float in? Well, he floats one in this time. It's a little too far, and it's easily cleared. Free kick for the Whites. Knee up by Tony Shepherd. Taken quickly, but the referee, I think, will bring that back. Well, there's the Distillery fans. They've come to see a final, but I think they thought it was fancy dress. In fact, that's a Portadown free kick. And Ian Ferguson standing over it. Ian Ferguson shot! Good effort from Ian Ferguson. With about 12 and a half minutes gone, Martin Russell just tapped it to him, drives it in with the right foot, but it was always going away from Barry O'Neill. Here's what the young keeper saw. Yes, had it covered. Alan Hall, who's holding the back of his thigh, is coming off, and coming on is Stephen Small. Small, who joined Distillery after a 2-year scholarship in the United States. Header by Drake. Here's Murray. Forward by Drake. Climo cuts that out. Now here's Philip Major. He's got Joey Cunningham in support on his right. Portadown fans certainly not happy with that. As you can see, the conditions still aren't getting any better. Still that swirling wind and the driving rain. Cunningham turns his man. Chasing back is Peter Murray. Forward to Ferguson. Back to Russell. Nice one-touch football from Portadown. Here's Peter Murray. Squares it. Good chance for Candlish. His shot's blocked. Murray gets a chance as well. Straight into the hands of Barry O'Neill. Well, that's the kind of football that Portadown are going to have to produce. Murray just brought it across the goal mouth. Canlish's shot was deflected. Somehow Murray got another chance, and that was a good save from O'Neill. Portadown look as if they're going to make a substitution very shortly as well. They've got Sandy Fraser or Paul Doolan to bring on. I'm sure at this stage of the game they'd probably prefer a striker. So Sandy Fraser it may be. It is Fraser. He's getting a super welcome from the crowd. Number 12, Sandy Fraser. He's been in and out of the first team this year. And Neil Candlish, whose parents came over to watch him from Scotland, is going off. The man with the hair certainly didn't show too much flair this evening. Strain out to Major. Plenty of room out there for Philip Major. Got Sandy Fraser to his right. Here is Sandy Fraser. But the ball given away yet again. Portadown certainly not producing the football that they demonstrated when they beat Glentorrent 6-1 earlier last month. Forward to Trainer. In the middle is Philip Dykes. Mitchell tried to get it back to Trainer. Mitchell has it again. They're not even closing their men down very quickly either, Portadown. Really, you'd think they'd be trying to win the ball back as quickly as possible. just remain camped down in the corner. It's out now into a little bit of freedom. Cunningham dispossessed again, just too slow. And here comes Dykes, who makes it 2-0. Well, I said Portadown were too hesitant, and that's exactly what they were. Joey Cunningham, much too slow. He was dispossessed. A wild hack at it, and Philip Dykes slid it past Lindsay Hamilton with ease. Well, Distillery certainly deserved that lead. Philip Dykes, he's had a good season so far, scoring 3 goals. That one is number 4. Portadown making their second substitution, Ian Ferguson coming off and Paul Doolan coming on. Well, there's the Distillery fans ringing their sleigh bells in celebration. Well, about 13 minutes remaining. Portadown certainly up against it now. Knocked on by Strain. Good chance for Fraser. Scramble in the goal mouth, and it's 2-1. Brian Strain, I think it was. Well, Ronnie McFall, he'll be a lot more happy now. Portadown had to try and produce something. It was Brian Strain who flicked it on initially. There was a bit of a melee in the goal mouth. It eventually fell at the feet of Brian Strain, and he just prodded it past O'Neill. So Brian Strain, age 29, he's a central defender, but he'll take that one, I'm sure. So 2 goals in the space of a minute. Let's see if that can spice things up a little. One by Philip Dykes and the other by Brian Strain, who's in his testimonial year, incidentally, for the club. Distillery's chance again now to try and manufacture something. They've got a free kick in a pretty good position. Totten runs over it. In it comes. Easy for Hamilton. Immediately tries to relaunch the Portadown offensive. Brady's header. Goal kick, says the referee. Sandy Fraser pleads with him. Tom Brady. Martin Russell, Tony Shepherd and Joey Cunningham surrounding the ball currently. Four red shirts in the middle. Stanley Fraser's in there. Cunningham swung in by him. Straight in, it's 2-2. What an incredible goal by Joey Cunningham. That really was a magnificent goal by number 7, Joey Cunningham. A marvellous free kick straight into the top corner. Well, extra time and penalty. Remember, if it stays like this, O'Neill with absolutely no chance. Portadown fans go wild. Their team didn't produce too much, but in the space of about 5 minutes they've probably produced enough. Forward by Russell. Out comes O'Neill. Well, we've certainly had a very lively 6 or 7 minutes or so. 9 minutes left of normal time. Portadown with a lot more urgency about them now. About 8 minutes left for either side to try and produce a winner. Portadown pressing forward into the middle by Major, straight to an unmarked Casey who just can't control it. Here's Russell, and it's 3-2. What an amazing turnaround by Portadown. Ronnie McFall gets off the bench for the first time. I'm sure the Portadown fans can't quite believe it. Well, Robert Casey just couldn't control it, but it didn't really matter. In stormed Martin Russell, left foot, bottom corner. Well, I'm sure Barry O'Neill, the Distillery keeper, finds it hard to credit just what Portadown have done to him. But he could do absolutely nothing about that effort. Looks like it's going to be a long night for those supporters. Well, the Distillery must have thought that they had the Budweiser Cup won about 7 minutes ago. They're looking for the equaliser now, and that's just across the goal mouth. But let me remind you that the Distillery are a team with some fighting spirit. Already in this Budweiser Cup, they've come from behind to beat Glentoran in extra time. And they've already beaten Linfield as well. So they've got good cup credentials. Don't write them off just yet. And they've got 6 minutes to try and do something. Oh, and a slip there by O'Neill, and that'll be a corner for Portadown. Casey's in there, so Sandy Fraser. They're both at the near post. Brian Strange at the back post. So is Joey Cunningham. It comes to the near post. Another corner for Portadown. So I'm sure the ploy will be the same here. Near post where Robert Casey awaits. Strange made a good run into the centre. Oh, it's 4-2. Paul Doolan this time with a lovely header. Well, the goalkeeper, Barry O'Neill, came charging out to try and claim it. It went way past him, and Doolan bundled it into the net. Paul Doolan, who scored against Distillery last week in the County Antrim Shield, he's just on as a substitute, right between legs of Drake. We are not worthy, say the Portadown fans. Well, Portadown have illustrated their potential many times this season, how they can rip teams apart in a short space of time. They didn't look like doing that at all with about 65, 70 minutes gone. But in the last 10 minutes, they have played some lovely, lovely football. Under 4 minutes for Distillery. Try and get a couple of goals back. Philip Major. Tom Kennedy just chests that down. Handball, says Leslie Irvine. And a free kick for the Ports. Tony Shepherd standing over the free kick, keeps it on the deck to Sandy Fraser. He's got Major with him. Sandy Fraser up to go on his own and earns a free kick. Well, here's another free kick for Portadown. Distillery are not enjoying this. Martin Russell has got a wicked left foot, driven in by him over the crossbar. Less than 2 minutes left of normal time. Paul Doolan just clipped by Stephen Small. There's Robert Casey. Robert Casey just taking it into the corner. Taunton clears. There's Paul Doolan. He's had a rough old time from the fans, Paul Doolan, this year, but I'm sure he'll certainly be their flavour of the month with that fourth goal. But you certainly have to feel for the Whites tonight. 2 up. And it's now 4-2 in a very short space of time. I'm sure they can't believe what's happened to them, and Portadown win yet another free kick with the wind in a very dangerous position. About a minute and a half left. Distillery opted for the right tactics. They played the game very well indeed. They reaped the rewards with those 2 goals, but then backflashed Portadown. Well, Joey Cunningham may just fancy himself for another one of those tremendous free kicks which he hit not so long ago. He's got plenty of options open for him. Martin Russell and Robert Casey are on the far side of the area. Cunningham again, and Cunningham off the bar. We're now in time added on, and Joey Cunningham nearly made it 5-2. A good save by Barry O'Neill off the crossbar. But the pressure hasn't been relieved yet. Brian Strain's in the middle unmarked, and he is calling for it at the moment. Martin Russell's having a bit of difficulty taking that corner. Sandy Fraser's in there too, so's Robert Casey, so's Joey Cunningham. It'll be another corner for the Ports. Portadown bench looking very content indeed. Joey Cunningham opts for the short corner this time. In no hurry, I'm sure. For time added on, and they'll be happy enough just to remain down there. And that's it. Portadown have won the Budweiser Cup. There's the man who relaunched the Portadown comeback. Brian Strain made it 2-1. And after that, goals by Joey Cunningham, Martin Russell and Paul Doolan made it 4-2. Ronnie McFall will be a happy man. Billy Hamilton won't. It was almost all white on the night for Distillery, but it's the men from Shamrock Park who will be having a seasonal celebration tonight.
Welcome back to a very wet, a very windy Windsor Park, but I'd like to say alongside me the Portadown captain Brian Strain. 21 minutes in, when Dyke scored the second goal, you must have thought it was all over.
Yeah, we certainly did. It was a short back pass with Tony Shepherd, and certainly the heads dropped, but lucky enough I managed to get my foot on one, and it really brought us back into it. And I think that's what we needed. You know, playing with the wind the second half, you really needed to get the breakthrough.
You talk about the breakthrough, everybody talks about football. The team that scores, they're always under pressure to concede a goal. You did it exactly, you played a captain's part there.
Well, that's right. Lucky enough I've been getting one or two in recent weeks, and lucky enough I was in the right place at the right time, and I think once we got that goal we're really on top, and I think there's only going to be one winner.
Well, about 13 minutes remaining. Portadown certainly up against it now. Knocked on by Strain. Good chance for Fraser. Scramble in the goal mouth, and it's 2-1. Brian Strain, I think it was.
Yeah, I wonder if you realise the fact that 4 goals were scored in the space of 7 minutes, Brian.
Unbelievable. You certainly couldn't write the script for the game tonight. The conditions in the first half, with us playing against the wind, were pretty horrendous, and we're reasonably happy going in at half-time 1-0 down. But as I say, we left it late, but we're happy to lift one before Christmas.
You say that, to lift one before Christmas. Happy enough perhaps with the result, but overall you'll be disappointed with perhaps the standard of football produced by Portadown until the latter stages.
Yeah, that's right. To be honest, we have been struggling in recent weeks to find a bit of form. But cup finals, and certainly on a night like tonight, all you want to do is win it. And we're very happy to lift the trophy. I think it's about the 3rd time in 5 years we've lifted the Budweiser, so I'll not complain.
It'll give you a bit of spirit too, 5 points behind Crusaders in the league. A win like this is bound to boost the team.
That's right. I've always said right along that we need to lift the trophy before Christmas. It creates confidence, not just in the team, but it gives the supporters something to shout about as well. And we can concentrate now on the league and on trying to catch up with Crusaders.
Brian, I think we'll let you get back into the shower before you get double pneumonia. Thanks very much for coming.
Thank you. Thank you, Adrian.
Ronnie McFall, unbelievable weather conditions, an unbelievable finish for Portadown.
That's right, Adrian. I think the conditions basically had a big bearing on the game. It was never a spectacle because of the conditions. I felt we held them pretty comfortably in the first half. We lost a bad goal. The second half basically we never started until we were 2 down.
Whenever they hit the second goal, did you think that was it?
Well, I couldn't see us coming back. Fortunately for us, we got a goal just after that, and that lifted us. And then Cunningham scored a real screamer.
Yes, a real cracking goal there from Joey Cunningham. That probably made the difference too.
Yeah, well, I felt the second half we didn't play the conditions. When you've got to play the conditions, we were trying to pass the ball and it was running away from us instead of just putting the ball in the box. And we've done that for a 10-minute spell and we ended up scoring 4 goals.
And a real boost this for Portadown too, 5 points behind in the league.
That's it. Well, it's the first game this year we have been behind and came from behind and won. So hopefully this will give us a boost now to go on and try and win the league championship.
Ronnie, thanks very much indeed.
Thank you.
I think we're about to get out of this position before we get double pneumonia here, but I can tell you what, tomorrow night here on UTV, live and exclusive, Manchester United against Galatasaray in the Champions League. United, where they lead, lots of luck if they're to make it into the latter stages of the Champions League. Tonight it was Portadown. They had a little bit of luck as Christmas came early for Ronnie McFall's team. From a very wet and a very windy Windsor Park, it's good night.
Portadown's chase of the leaders